everyone, this is Jaden Dunn from Kiss My Glass Antiques, and today, well right now we're outside of Two Old Crows in Cuba, Missouri, and then there's another antique mall right next to it, so we're gonna go over there after here. So let's go inside and see what we can find as in vintage glassware and such. Okay, so the first thing we found was actually this Blanco glass fan vase. And this one is actually kind of a rarity around here. Cuba's only about 20 miles from where we actually live. So I was looking at this and it has Blanco handcraft on it, but it actually has a phone number and a website. So this is actually a more contemporary piece of Blanco, and I had never actually seen that sticker before. And when I looked at it, because the base was clear, I didn't really think it was Blanco, but clearly I was mistaken. And they had this priced at $55. I did not look this up on eBay or anything to get a comp on it, but it was really pretty, and it definitely did seem Blanco by looking at it, except for the clear on the base. But I left it behind just because we're trying to save money for the wedding. So yeah, but it was cool to see since we don't really see things like that around here. Now up here, this really tall cabinet I could barely reach, there is this decanter wine, giant wine glass, you know, it's in poly, and it's in the optic colorway and in amber. It was only $35, which is quite a good price for this size of the wine swirler, but I just wanted to get this on camera because I wasn't really sure we were going to see a lot of stuff, and because it's really pretty vintage piece of glassware. Just below that was actually this really cool carnival glass Jack in the Pulpit. I believe it's imperial glass, but I hadn't seen a carnival glass Jack in the Pulpit before, I don't believe, and it did have a little bit of a snipped top, so not quite as like tall and pointed as we usually see our Jack in the Pulpits, but I wanted to get on camera. It was actually quite pretty, and in a little while there's actually going to be a larger one just like it. So, and then moving along in the same booth as both that vase and the wine swirler was this pretty opalescent cranberry glass Fenton bowl, just like a little candy bowl, but the pink on this, or cranberry, was quite bright, so I wanted to get it on camera. At only $18, it's probably a good price for a piece of Fenton cranberry glass, especially that is opalescent, but we did leave it behind. In the same booth, there was these really mid-century modern kitschy fish planters, and there was actually a pair of them for, I believe, $15. So this one was more like a yellow and this one was more like a green, but I thought they were really cute, so I got them on camera for you guys. I don't actually know the maker because it was not stamped on the bottom or anything, but these are definitely mid-century and I thought they were pretty interesting. They had a few more other fish in the booth as well. We're gonna get an overview, and in that right corner right there is the other fish I was talking about. This booth is actually pretty cool, and they definitely had a good theme going on. It was cohesive throughout the booth. In another booth, there was this some glass. This is a uranium glass juicer, of course. It did have a chip on the bottom, but it was only $20, so it would be great for a uranium glass display, honestly. And it was really glowy. Here we have an Empoli decanter. This is in the grapevine style. It did not have a topper, so I did leave it behind, but it was in like this olive green color. So that was cool to see, and it was only $18.99, which is a pretty good price for just the bottle itself, though we do normally just buy them if they have the stopper. If it was a bottle like that with the stopper, it would have been a heck of a price. Now, this right here is just some depression glass, but I thought it was displayed nicely, and I don't know a lot about the maker of depression glass, so if you guys do, let me know. But I did like these pink candle holders. They were like thicker glass. For some reason, pink depression glass never comes off as its actual color on my phone. It's always a little bit more brown for some reason, but it was still pretty, and I wanted to show you guys. Up here, there is some Fenton. Now, this vase back here that I just pointed at is actually a swung bud vase by Fenton, and it has the little roses on it. In the back, we have this diamond lace single horn epergne at $70. At $70, we did leave it behind. It's not a bad price, but it's definitely not a resale price. And this also is a Fenton vase. It was at, I believe, $42. I don't know a lot about this one or the style, but it was not swung. And then next to it was just this Fenton silver lace pedestal bowl. Nothing really to write home about with this one, but at $28, it was a good collector's price, I believe. And then back here is another Fenton piece. Actually, all of this in this was Fenton. But there's a pitcher, a carnival glass pitcher, and then the bell, and then this blue pedestal candy dish back here. Actually, you can kind of see the roses on it better than the vase, but it had the same roses that the vase has on it as well. Not sure what that one was priced at. A little bit farther up here was this really big Fenton glass display. I didn't get into the details, but I did look at it and get it on the camera as an overview. They had some pink and white, or cranberry and white, and some blue and white, and then they had some like blue opalescent. That stock right there is blue opalescent. Hobnail, of course. Some smooth pieces, another one of those candy dishes, pedestal candy dishes. And then up here they had just some clear glass that wasn't all Fenton. And then they had this pretty purple bell. And this bell was actually an opalescent as well, as you can see around the rim. And then that cat next to it was also Fenton. So, yeah, it was pretty. Sorry if you hear the dog barking in the background. Yeah, I just pointed to the opalescent part of it. Okay guys, so now we're at Lone Star Antiques, which is just right next to Two Old Crows, and we're gonna go outside and see what we can find. And they also have kitties here, so I'll try and get them on the video so you guys can see them, but let's go see what we can find. Okay guys, so here's that larger Jack in the Pulpit, carnival glass Jack in the Pulpit I was talking about, but I know I just said they had kitties here, but update on that, they're actually gone and the owner sold it to somebody else, so we didn't get to see the kitties today, which was sad. Right here we have this Ellie Smith Moon and Stars E-Pern. I have a similar one. I only paid $20 for mine though, and this one is priced at $60. Now I'm not going to say the going rate isn't $60 because I have not done my research on that, but I would say there's definitely places you can get a better deal on that. I believe $60 is just too much to spend even for a collector. I think it's over the retail value, but I could be incorrect. Back here was actually a Moon and Star Smith piece that I had never seen before. It's this giant like bowl. I would say candy dish was a little bigger. Now on the tag here, right, it says $65 and it calls it a Heritage Bowl. And Heritage is another place, like company that made Ellie Smith, had the original sticker. It also has the original Ellie Smith sticker. But like I was saying, Heritage is another company that produced Smith Glass, and Smith Glass, Ellie Smith is actually the designer. See, it says Heritage made by Smith. So that's a little bit of information for you guys. And I believe this bowl was probably priced accordingly because I have not seen another. But again, I haven't researched that myself. So just take that with a grain of salt, because I am unsure of retail value on this piece. It was quite pretty though, so hopefully we see more like this soon. Right next to it is actually an Ellie Smith Moon and Stars compo, this one right here, and this is actually a little lighter blue than the one that I picked up in our very first video on the YouTube channel. This was priced at $110, and that is way over retail. Please do not spend that. It's over retail even with the sticker, which it does have the item number sticker, but it does not have the Heritage Glass sticker. Unfortunately, I believe it was probably priced high because it has the tag, the Moon and Star tag on it, and because it has the item number tag, but please don't spend that much money unless you absolutely have to on a regular blue Ellie Smith Moon and Stars compo, because it is just not worth that. I would probably say $60 at most for this size. This is the medium size Moon and Stars compo. Right here we have the medium-sized Viking Glass 6-petal compo in persimmon. Now persimmon just means orange basically, and persimmon is a Viking color only. So if Ellie Smith has an orange piece, it will just be called orange. It will not be called persimmon. And let's see, this one I believe was 30 something. Let's see, 35. Okay, $35. That is about the retail value of this size and shape Viking candy dish or compo. So I would go ahead and spend that on it. Now this vase right here is one I haven't seen before. This is Fenton, and it is carnival glass, red carnival glass, and it has the swirl effect on it. It was actually signed by a person named Bill Fenton, and I do not know if that is the owner or creator, designer of Fenton glass, so I should do research on that, but let me know if you guys know. It was priced at $58, but it was absolutely beautiful, and Luke really liked it. We did end up leaving it behind, but it's really pretty, so we wanted to get it on camera for you guys, and unique that it says it's signed by Bill Fenton. Again, we don't know a lot about that, but maybe I could update you guys later on it. This booth had quite a few Fenton pieces, which is kind of the theme of this video at this point. Here we have a cranberry glass opalescent swirl bowl, and it was priced at $38, my bad. And so we did leave it behind, and this is like a little Fenton top hat, but it's actually a vase, and it was in the like minty coin dot design and colorway. I actually really like this colorway. It's really pretty, similar to Ellie Smith mint opalescent or seafoam opalescent. It was at $55, which on Fenton that's not swung vases is really hard for me to tell you guys what retail is, because that is a part of glassware that I have not explored fully yet, so bear with me on that. Also, I'll take this time to just say that I will leave an update on how my dad's doing in the description if you guys are curious. But yeah, lots of Fenton here. This is the same booth with the Viking compote. Okay guys, so that was Lone Star Antiques and Two Old Crows Antiques in Cuba, Missouri, and we didn't leave with anything, but we did see some pretty glass, lots of Fenton. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.